This is Professor Gantz Nobi, entry 67. I'm here to talk about Horde mode, and I feel like the best demon to really explain how Horde mode would work is Necromancer. So Necromancer has really fast cooldowns here. You could summon 2 elites and 2 basics, and it's very fast. I kind of want to put more points into this to reduce the cooldown as well, but we would have to take points out of here to really spec into this. So for now, we're not concentrating on winning. We're just concentrating on showing what Horde mode could potentially look like. I want more skeletons, reinforcements when I summon boss. The only reason I'm going to be summoning boss is so that I could use him. I'm not going to possess any basic or elites. So that's about it. We have max health on all the units because that's what we're going for. We're not going for damage here. Like I said, we want less infernal energy for these costs as well. And once we hop into a game, I'll be talking about how it would work. Because Necromancer has the best potential for Horde mode, and I'll explain why. So, this is going to be a 2-part series. One is going to be Survivor side, and one part is going to be Demon side. I decided to go Demon side first because when talking about Horde mode, a lot of Demon mains get frustrated about the idea, because that's going to be pulling from the online version, and it could cause longer queue times for them as well. And they feel like they are being left out of the conversation. So my thought process is, for Demon side, it'll be more chess-like than it is in regular mode. In regular mode, you know, you set traps, but the real way you get downs is by possessions. By possessing units and then targeting a certain survivor. So how do we change that so that you're controlling the units around you but not physically controlling it? And I think one of the good ideas is Necromancer is that he has Flautist. Now there are ways to protect Flautist that you could down basically a player. Now in this way, once a player is downed, I think that they shouldn't be res, they immediately die out. Well, they'll have the bleeding state, obviously, right? But you could make a unit do a finisher on that survivor, and causing him to be out for the round. How do I think you should level up? Since I don't think a threat level should be necessary. I think it should be based off of a point system. Now, the point system is all based off of... Okay, I'm probably going to lose this one. I recognize the person here, and I think they're pretty good. So, in this system, how you collect points is by survivors killing units. As survivors are killing units, you're gaining more and more points, and you can invest these points into abilities and other things to beef up your units. Now, when it comes to cooldowns for basics and elites, I think you should be able to hold more than 2 for each side, and it shouldn't be an infernal energy thing. It should just be a cooldown issue. Like I said, you're going to be spending points on upgrading the demon during that time. I believe player possessions should still be a thing for demon, but other than that, I think the only unit they should be able to possess is the boss. So fear could still be a factor in the Horde mode. where you have the potential to down your whole team. So the reason I think Flathouse is a good example of what Horde mode could be and powering up your units is because you should have different power-ups for your units and be able to sort of, your objective is to protect these units so that your units continue to stay buffed in some way. And as the time goes on, you're increasing the attack damage of your units or increasing the defenses based on how many units the survivors killed. So then you have this potential of like, oh, should I save my points to buy something that's a little bit stronger, or should I wait? And so then it gives you this kind of thinking moment, like these survivors seem pretty good, maybe I should do this instead. And so it's more of a thinking game than it is a physical one.
Heed my words, for I am the one known as Linda. And
so they don't have support
here.
here. So this might be the potential to actually really showcase
Do you feel that?
what Horde mode could be like.
Living humans searching for pieces
So
of the map.
I think what should happen in Horde mode is that
Suffering.
stationary traps like this should be removed. And I think you should have the potential to put proxy traps like Ball does. And yep, they're already making noise. Or are they? Misty Groves. That's unfortunate for them. So you'd be placing proxy traps instead, and then when they unleash the proxy traps, it increases their fear. I think that big maps like this should not be a thing. There should be no cars in Horde mode, and the map should be significantly reduced in size. Now, one of the good ideas for this is Nobi's Cabin, right? If you take out a fishing village, take out Flight 666, you really have, and then also Terminal Station, Doll Factory, and those areas, I think you'll be fine. So, I don't know why this is ridiculous.
Handle this.
This person, oh, this is the person I thought was good, but here they are just giving up. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry, I don't mean to single anybody out. I know it's frustrating in solo queues. So let's do this, and we'll summon elites here. I need a basics and elites to summon for my P3. Like I said, I don't use points to level up my demons. I play both sides though. You know what? This guy is protecting him, so let's do this and place this here and see what he can do here to save the Amanda. And she's down. Like I said, we're not gonna do any possessions here this game, so I'm not putting any points in this. And let's go with more basics. Oh wow, Scotty's almost dead too. I mean, can you look at this game and honestly say Horde mode is not a possibility for Demon side? He was fighting for his life there. And they're basically all going down because I'm summoning units. Let's see. Obviously she's going to keep going down, but here they are working off Flatus here. Flatus is down, so let's place Flatus again here.
I need assistance.
Obviously they would have a better chance if they had support. But I mean, come on, it's like 4 minutes in the game. And they're already struggling here. I think it could be implemented very easily at this point. Let's see. Let's go. Perfect, she's starting to run. Okay, they abandoned her. That's what they needed her to do. Whoa, what the hell was that? And she's done there. Okay.
I think they were controlling me.
Let's go with Demon Powers again here. Like I said, only player possessions and only boss. Now, I think it wouldn't just be Flautus, right? That you would work with here. You would have like other power-ups that boost like attack. I don't know what this guy's doing, but we're gonna just place Flautus here in front of him. Do this. Okay. Use this down again. That's fine. Let's see. Hop the railing. Please hop the railing. Go for Flautus. Nope. Okay. That's fine. This is funny. It's the first game I really popped into, and this
Have you
is
lost your appetite for
kind of
slaughter?
showcasing how people are like, oh, well, Horde mode will be difficult for demons. I literally have done nothing in this game, except put up Flautist and summon units. And I understand that that's not how every game is going to go in Horde mode, and that's the point of Horde mode, right? Is to be able to survive as long as you can. Like I said, all I'm doing here is just... Yeah. I need boss possession, so I'm gonna just do this. And then drop the possession. I'm just gonna let this guy res everybody. That's fine. Let's go with Infernal Energy here now. I'm not even putting anything in the traps because they're struggling all on log here. So I think like there should be other like power-ups that you can do, and like the really powerful ones are ones that could be destroyed by the survivors. So for instance, like you place the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon resurrects all the units that go down, like Evil Ash's ability. I think that would be very interesting. I don't need Demon Dashes here for my ability here, but I'm going to miss that, so I'm not going to go for it. I'm just going to keep summoning things in front of him. Yeah, let's see. Unfortunately, our spirits here are in a bad location when there's a double trap. Now, these traps don't normally... sometimes it's just one or the other. Okay? So we're going to put Proxy right there as well. And he may not walk in there, but that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place Flautus over here. And this is the part where it's like you need to be strategic with how you play in Horde mode as Demon. Not so much possessing these units and doing a combo. So let's see what he does here. He is a warrior, so he's able to be... Yeah. Is he going to go for Flautus here? Ooh.
Now you see what.
He's just taking some damage there. Okay, have enough for another summon here. They're doing very good. And this is one of the reasons why I think boss possession should still be a thing. Right? Yes, boss is very slow and stuff, but if you know how to use boss properly, I think you'll be fine. And I'll kind of show it right here. So look, there's a combo, and he's down. So in this way, I think this is kind of like the best example of like how horde mode could possibly work. I mean, when you looked at like what I was doing, right? The only place I was in one part of the map right there, right? I didn't leave that one part of the map. Yes, they had an FAK character, and she gave away her position, but that's why I'm talking about map reduction size when it comes to horde mode. I think you should be able to power up your units in different ways, and the more powerful units will be actual physical things you need to place on the map to power them up. It won't be a threat level, but there'll be ways you can instill fear into your other survivors. So there's so much potential for horde mode for demons. On the survivor side, it's way more simpler to think of, but on demon side, it's almost like a completely different and more expansive rework of how demon works. And I think it would be a lot of fun to do. So you have the checker version of demon, right? Playing on online matches, and then you have the chess version. Where you have to think about what you spawn, what upgrades you have to put into your units, and so forth. Where you should place things, to protect it, and all this other stuff. I also thought that horde mode would still use your skill tree and your character from the online version. So that way it incentivizes you just to play the online version instead of horde mode. And this will really help with survivors and demons perfecting their builds, right? Because it'll be like, oh, this build doesn't work in horde mode. Oh, this build doesn't work in horde mode for survivor. I don't have enough damage. I don't have enough survivability. And it really perfects you and makes you a better player. Because right now what a problem we have is we don't have the old player base just staying around. It's just a bunch of like new people that are still playing this game, which is amazing. But they have no real way to learn how to play the game. So this horde mode could have been also a potential way for people to learn how to play this game. Tutorial's not enough, and in tutorial you can't test your builds that you create. In tutorial, it gives you a specific build for that character class in Survivor. So you have to go into player versus AI or solo and just play by yourself, but then you have annoying AI units that are with you that pick up the weapons you're trying to test out once you drop it. Because I was doing some testing with Kelly recently, trying to test out what bleed damage really comes from, and I dropped a blue pistol, and one of the AIs took it, and I couldn't get back. I was just like, what the hell, this is so annoying. So I couldn't really do a lot of testing with that. So I think horde mode could have been this wonderful thing added to the game that could have helped the online version as well, right? Because my original thought was that this horde mode was going to take away from the online player base. But they could have worked it in a way where it actually increased the online player base, because you're forced to play, well, not forced, but you're incentivized to play the online version to help you play horde mode. And when you play horde mode, it makes you a better player to play on the online mode. And I think this is where they could have just fed into each other perfectly. So part 2, the survivor side, will come out tomorrow. But thank you for watching, and please leave your ideas for demon mechanics that they could have implemented into the game for horde mode. That'd be wonderful. And I know this game, the developers are no longer going to be touching this game, but that doesn't mean we can't just enjoy the thoughts of what this game could have been. So thank you for watching.